Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today is something a little different, obviously. As you can see, it is a time-lapse of a game called Planet Coaster, which was the alpha version, which is what you're seeing here, has been released recently, and I decided I would buy it and play it myself. And that's exactly what I did, and I was like, well, what the heck, why not record me building my first park? Now, technically, this isn't my first park. This is like my second or third, maybe. My first park was a failure, just because I was still getting a hang of like paths and scenery and all that good stuff. And I guess I just suck at building stuff. But I'm pretty happy with how this little entrance garden area place thing turned out. I think it looks pretty decent if you use your imagination enough. But most of this episode was really just me messing around with scenery, and that's what most of the series is probably going to be because this is a new game. I'm not very used to it. I loved Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. That's one of my favorite games of all time. I've got a lot of hours logged on Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 on Steam. Obviously, if you can't tell from my voice, I'm still quite young, and I was not old enough to play it when the game first came out, which was 2004, 3, I don't know. Don't critique me if I'm wrong. Anyways, what I'm doing here in this little clip is I'm just I want to create like a little garden area in the entrance. That's one of the reasons why I named the park Lunar Gardens. You'll figure out the lunar part later in the video. Yeah, I think this garden area actually turned out quite nice. Obviously, most theme parks that you go to have gardens of flowers. Obviously, I live near Canada's Wonderland, and if you've ever been there, you know just in front of Wonder Gardens Mountain, they've got this huge garden. It's very pretty. And this park, if you've ever been to Canada's Wonderland, it's a little bit inspired by that, maybe not. Okay, a little bit. That's just because it's the park I've been to the most. Obviously, I go there lots of times. Great grammar. Many times every year. So as you watch me create this little fountain area, I just want to say that I would like some feedback on how this episode sounds and looks and whatnot. And there's a couple things I need to apologize for based on the quality of the video. I'll get into that in a minute. But I really want your feedback on like how loud I am and if I need to be louder. Or something like, is the background music too loud? Is the time-lapse speed too fast or too slow? That kind of thing. Because this is the first time I've ever done like a voice narration video on this channel. Which is not necessarily a gaming channel, but I not only am playing this game maybe to give my channel a little kickstart, but also because I was like, hey, why not record this game? It's a cool game, and yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that. Also, what I have to apologize for is the black bars that kind of surround the game screen. Obviously, the resolution is normally either 720 or 1080p, but I'm using a special monitor, and by special I mean really stupid monitor. And the reason for that is I used to have a nice monitor, a 720p monitor, and then there was a power outage while I was on vacation, and basically after that the monitor just got fried, and there was nothing we could do about it. We tried to fix it, we couldn't fix it, so basically I just had to take another monitor, and that's the one I'm using until I can afford a new one. And if you see these two little paths that kind of branch out from the garden, one of them I want to lead to a gift shop, and one of them is going to lead to a restaurant. And I'm not working on either in this episode, actually. I'm working on a little restroom here. I was going to I actually put 2 floors on it, and then like when I zoomed out, I realized how ridiculous a bathroom would be. Like, why do you need a 2-story bathroom? So I just kept it at 1 story. The bathroom, it looks pretty decent actually at the end with all the scenery around it. Obviously, most bathrooms don't have windows or noticeable ones, and that can be a problem when designing bathrooms in this game, simply for the reason that windows are pretty much everything in when you're designing a building. And it was tough, but I decided the closed windows were realistic enough and that I would use them for the bathrooms. And it's starting to get dark here, and you will soon find the reason why this park is called Lunar Gardens, and that's because I was thinking of a name kind of while I was building, and I was also thinking about how annoying it was when it got dark and there was no lighting in the area, because especially like in a shadow, it's very hard to see what you're doing, and like my monitor brightness is totally normal. It's not like my brightness was down or anything. And it was just very frustrating to work in the dark, and I was thinking of a name, and I was like, well, you know what? How about like Lunar Gardens? Or something crazy like that. And that's what I came up with. So we are reaching the end of the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys stick around to see future episodes. I want to upload as much as I can, but thanks for watching, and peace.